Hi there. It's great to have you back on my CryptoQ Media channel. There has been a lot of buzz around XRP, XLM, and XDC on this channel. If we examine cryptocurrency bubbles more closely, we find that 2 of those 3 are in the top 100 gainers. What about XDC, though as anticipated, this video will cover it with XRP and XLM. It has been quite a roller coaster, when we look back at what has happened over the past say, a month. It all started to heat up after the elections. Everyone is surprised by what happened to these older coins since, despite viewing the movies and paying attention, many people still weren't prepared for it. They weren't ready for the upcoming massive move, therefore they didn't bring nearly enough, as I've said many times in the previous few weeks and months. Since we've reached this stage, I think it's important to have a conversation about it, since many people will be surprised by how realistic these 3 efforts are. Now, if we examine XRP again, we can observe that numerous projects are going through a setback. This is fantastic news for us because, should this potential pullback materialize, it may once again offer us fantastic buy chances. After such a large-scale relocation, particularly in the past month, it's reasonable that people are beginning to lose faith in these programs. These projects achieved remarkable levels of success by all accounts. Any decline is welcome after XLM's 455% rise in the last month. You'll benefit from it. Additionally, I will make it a point to monitor their progress to gauge their potential. The 24-hour volume of XRP and XLM, however, is remarkably similar. In terms of first place, they are practically tied. Also, XDC is at your disposal. Now, XRP's price has jumped 164% in the last month. Thus XDC's gain of 124% is very noteworthy. I mean, XLM's 500% gain is obviously out of the ordinary, but XDC's rise has also been consistent. Quite a bit, actually. Clearly, the volume has been going down. Nevertheless, I have been vigilantly monitoring any increase in volume. I kindly request that XDC supply me with an increased quantity of listings. In my opinion, that would be incredibly useful for XDC. I still can't believe it hasn't made it onto a major exchange like Binance or Coinbase. We can't predict the future, so I'm trying to be positive rather than conservative, but I still think it will happen sometime, preferably before the year is out. It would be absolutely mind-blowing. We have no idea what the future holds. While we have been reviewing these 3 projects, I have been talking about them incessantly. Okay, I let slip yesterday on X that I watched XLM break 60 cents live online. Those who took the time to watch the live stream are really appreciated, and I'd want to extend my gratitude to everyone who did so. Everyone felt an overwhelming sense of excitement. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the live stream. A resounding success it was, but I did say that everyone is starting to see the light about why this is happening. I have always suggested stacking XRP and XLM because the X's are going to startle everyone. These are the 4 coins, XDC, XRP, XLM, and IE. Even if they have surprised many people already, I think the market is still in for even bigger changes, especially when it comes to alt season and the general form of the season. I don't think we've arrived just yet. While certain anomalies, like XRP, XLM and XDC, have recently seen a sharp increase in value, I still think the field is primed for even more dramatic shifts in the near future as a result of developments involving Gary Gensler, the SEC, and crypto innovation and adoption in the United States. Assuming we're on the right track, where do I see these 3 going that will be handled by us? Prior to delving into that, I would like to bring attention to this matter. It has persisted since 2023, when I specifically addressed the question of why I hold on to these three projects in a post. Which, to be honest, a lot has happened since then. The amount of XDC in my possession has decreased. My holdings had to be reduced once more. I know it sounds basic, but I needed to make things more manageable because I had just too much. I have done enough study to know the precise sizes of these three, so that's why it is worthwhile to talk about what I have found out via my research. I do discuss how XRP will serve as a cornerstone of the digital worldwide payment system that has the potential to outstrip any conventional global network, since it is an essential asset for a future where digital currencies and blockchain-based assets, such as tokenized assets, predominate. However, XRP and XLM are two that appear quite often in all contexts. A ton of documentation. And XLM has always been one of the key players in the value revolution. It's like XRP but for the retail or peer-to-peer sector. With the help of Franklin, Templeton, Wisdom Tree, and other similar projects, Stellar has recently experienced tremendous growth. Just two examples: XDC is digitizing a 19 trillion asset class, and I think both of them will reach new heights if utility plays a key role in extracting value from them. Distributed ledger technology (DLT) is a game changer in this sector, as digital innovations in trade finance have been unsuccessful due to prohibitive costs. Platforms like Trade Phoenix, which have access to SWIFT, have helped Zinfin expand their network beyond their current partnerships with organizations like the DSI, TFT, ITFA, DNI, and ICC. The ICC has also recognized that XDC and Zinfin are important. A large chunk of my portfolio consists of these utility projects, as we will see when we examine them more closely. This is motivated by my faith in the future of the technology. Even when we include in RWAXYZ, the technology will be massive, which I don't think needs mentioning. These networks are related with the highest number of RWATVL sellers in the marketplace. The 14th spot goes to XDC, as predicted. But I do think they will grow dramatically in the future as tokenized assets gain more and more popularity. Looking at the market overall, though, we can see that the quantity of TVL around RWA is skyrocketing, reaching over 13 points, or approximately 5 billion. Tokenization has been in the news a lot recently. We could see it in action here. You need only peruse the most current headlines to see that RTBXYZ has this. Just think of the impact if huge banks like Goldman Sachs and Franklin Templeton got behind it. Many banks have jumped on the tokenization bandwagon because big money is coming into the space. Yes, institutions have been present for quite some time, but it is only now that their overarching strategy has become clear. Just three emerge from a more thorough examination of the relevant institutional funds: SEC Securities, Superstate, and Republic. On the other hand, if you look closely enough, you may see the name SEC Securities. We should SEC Securities now. Whether or not it will identify them is anyone's guess, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them in US Treasuries. One example is the DTCC, which processes yearly settlements for securities transactions totaling more than 3 trillion. Among the most prominent figures is that group. Another one of ours is Franklin Templeton. There is, of course, BlackRock as well. Also, I could keep listing things. Seeing these huge companies join the space is insane, especially considering the millions of money I have put in Stellar and XDC. Axelar, Arcix, Open, Eaton, and other players are starting to link millions and millions of dollars to the XRP ledger, which is something we already knew. They are not yet linked to our Prime XYZ, but I believe the XRP ledger will be displayed here eventually, and then we can determine the exact amount of money involved. But I'm going to mention these two anyhow because they've been active in the tokenization space and have seen a lot of growth recently. Thank you so much for viewing my video. Please support me by subscribing to my channel. As for now, farewell.